Try this again. What's going on, family?
What's going on, everybody? How do you feel?
I'm doing good. We really started going back to work today. So, it's been a little bit of a whirlwind trying to figure everything out, but feel good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying. I'm in a weird place where like I've had to change my fast a couple times.
Mm.
And I just feel like some days I feel successful. Some days I feel like I'm not fasting. Like my sacrifice isn't big enough, and I don't think that's a real thing, but it's a whole thing. So we're making it, okay?
Yeah.
We're making it. So while we're on here, the biggest thing for us right now is being committed to what we have set our hearts out to. And one of those things is our channel. It's something that we feel like we're really supposed to be doing. It's a thing, okay? It's a thing. So if we look really tired or we're just extremely goofy, yes, okay? But so today, what are we talking about today?
I think today we said we're going to talk about community. Something that's been coming up a lot over this last week. Just making sure that we don't overstate or get familiar with the need for community. While yes, it's good to have friends, and yes, it's good to have people to talk to, I think that community is so much more than just homies to kick it with. Community is love. Community is accountability. Community is pushing us to be greater than we are as an individual. And I think that grasping the concept of community is really kingdom business, because then nobody's supposed to do this alone. Nobody. And I think that the impact that you have in community is so much more exponentially greater. I think that's too much.
Sure.
It's exponentially greater than it could be if you were just trying to do things on your own. So I think the first community is obviously with God. For us as people, God has his own community, but he chose to allow us into his community. So I think that community is really important, really important. And there's communities everywhere. You have your family community. Marriage is a community, especially if you're doing it, walking with the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? You, me, we. But yeah, community is important.
Yeah. And I think one of the reasons, so we have been saying that for a while now. Like most of y'all know that we're really big on marriage, we're really big on community, like the whole nine. That's our jam, right? Don't do that.
Got him. Oh, she got the big nose, y'all.
That's our thing, right? Well, the last few weeks, it's come, like, I feel like it's been thrown in our face almost. Like, people are needing community and da-da-da. Like, things that we're praying for are outwardly being shown, and other people are yearning for it. We were at IKEA, and some of our friends, I won't call them friends, but some of the people that we've met and we've mentioned, like, hey, let's go hang out. Let's go da-da-da-da-da at church. We saw them at a store. We hadn't seen them in a while. And they were like, yeah, we just don't feel like, we have community. And both of us were like,
dang, bro, gut punch.
Dang. But not in a bad way. It was just like, I understand. Like, you need community. And how can I be more of a community to you? And if it's not me, how can I service you? Or how can I help you to find the community that you're supposed to be in? And like, community is so important. Like, I think that people forget how important community is because of this world that we live in, and everybody's like, "Oh, I got me. I can do me. Me. Get over it." No.
Yeah, I think for me, and I told somebody, one of my brothers, I told him that, you know, I feel like God has me in this place where He has me like facilitating almost, because people are coming to me and it's like, "Hey, do you know how I can get plugged in? Do you know how I can find some people? I want to get connected. I want to get locked in with a group of people. I want to start working together with some people." And I'm like, okay, I might not be a community, right, because of the stage of life that I'm at, but people keep coming to me and it's like, okay, help them find their community, if that makes sense. And so
maybe we need to make like an agency.
Find your community agency.
Yes. Almost like
Crazy
job
part
placements.
is, I literally knew she was gonna say that, which is why I didn't get shocked or surprised. I knew she was gonna say that. It's just the way that her brain works. It's just the way that her brain works.
How does it work?
You wait until after something happens, you're like, "Oh wow, okay, God, maybe I should start a business for it. Let's do it."
Let's go.
Ooh, and then and you start building things in your brain and you go down the rabbit hole.
I do.
13 days. It's
Okay,
a
so
very
here's the thing.
specific number. I don't know.
It is. Here's the thing, right? Break from community. Sometimes I feel like when God gives me things, right? And we talk about it, and then the more I talk it out, I'm like, that's a great idea. Okay, and then like
Everybody needs this.
everybody, like I feel like
Pastor Becky. I know. Yep. We've been married for a while. I know. Shout out to Pastor Becky. We love you. But you and Peyton have the same heart. Oh, wow. What can we do?
because I just feel like everybody needs it. Like, anyways, he's just talking about it because the other day I think I finally found the thing. Like, we've been trying to do something for a long time, and the form of it has changed so many times.
We've gone through so many iterations.
And I feel like I finally got, like I finally have the thing. So start looking for that. It'll come. It'll be great. It'll be great. It'll be great.
I hope
It'll
so.
be great. It's going to, because we are going to do it together. It's not going to be
I
just a
hope
me
so.
thing. It's not going to be just a you thing. It's going to be a we.
Yeah.
We.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Anyways. Back to our community talk. I think you need moments like this. This is our community, right? And if you treat it as just that's just my husband and they don't have conversations, or that's my husband and we don't roommate situation, it becomes tough. Like, you need community. You need other married couples, which is what we love to do. We want to talk. Exactly, girl. We want to talk and be on one accord with the other couples. That's the word. Other couples.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we might be going through
That's what I was
something.
gonna say,
Yeah, whatever. Sometimes we might be going through something and we need another point of view, or vice versa. Like, we're not perfect by any means. So,
And I think that communities are important. And I think that not just any kind of community. You need so like, I don't want to get preachy.
come on, Pastor.
When you look at Jesus' life, no.
In the beginning,
No. If you look
God.
at, all right.
I'm sorry.
When you look at
Creative.
Jesus,
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done, I promise.
go ahead. It's your shot.
finish for real.
I was just gonna say that there's different levels of community, and when you start to look at how Jesus structured his community, yes, he had the 120 that was around him, but he also had that core group of the 12. And even within that group of 12, he had 3 that he really just pulled on when he needed some people to get on their knees and pray with him. You know what I mean? And so he's kind of laid the framework for what community should look like. Yes, we should all be in larger communities, but I think that you also need to be in a space where somebody knows the personal, intimate details of your life, that you can share those things with that person, and they can not in an effort to try to like manipulate you or anything like that, but to help you grow in the ways that you want to grow, or speak life into you, or to prophesy over you, or to, you know what I mean, whatever the case may be, to be what God has placed them in your life for. And I think that when we start to miss one piece or the other, things get out of whack. Yeah. If you have the small group community, but you don't have the larger community, you stay small. And you stay stuck in that level of thinking, or you stay, or you're growing, but you're only growing within a small space, and you never take what you've learned in that small community out to the larger community. But if you're in a large community and you don't ever have anybody that really just knows who you are, well, now you in this space where it's like, all right, I'm just another number. Nobody really knows my name. They don't actually understand me or know me or where I'm coming from. And so I think you need both.
There's nothing like being in a space where you feel like you're okay, and then somebody in your small circle of people comes up and they're like, hey, you good? Mm-hmm. There's nothing like it. Like, I mean, there's other things that are great, but like for somebody to be able to be like, hey, are you okay? Are you good? Mm-hmm. Sorry, my brother's calling. But for somebody to be like, hey, are you okay? Or even with me and Rodney, right? There'll be times where he's just walking around the house and I'm like, you good? And he'd be like, yeah, I'm cool. And then I say, no, are you good? And he'd be like, I just got a lot going on in my mind. Like, I know. But he does me the same way. Like, I can be like, yeah, I'm fine. It's cool. It's nothing. It's not that big of a deal. The moment I say that, I know it's a telltale. I know that he knows that I'm just not doing. It's not that big of a deal.
No, you don't. And not that it's a good thing, but you don't have a poker face.
I don't even try to. I don't think. At all. My
it's not that I try
face
to.
Is loud. She is loud. Okay, when she don't feel right, she just don't know how to be quiet.
Who is she?
My face.
Speaking to it in the third person.
Sometimes. Like it gives it more va-va-voom.
Maybe get churchy in here and start rebuking spirits. Get that she off your face. Let me go get my oil and the shondo in my spirit. Who is she? Ain't no other she's in this house.
I was talking about myself. Thank you very much.
I know.
It's fine. It's fine. Anywho, that's really our spiel for today. Just talking about relationships and community and the need of all. Like, you need them. You need a community with small groups. You need a large community. You need a community to tell you to be in right standings with God. Y'all can crack jokes. Y'all can hee ha ha. I've got 3.
It's a donkey in here.
Don't do my baby. I've got 3 really close.
It's talking about you, but it's cool.
Grow up. I've got 3 friends that I know I can talk Bible with them, and I know that like something go down, they gonna ride at dawn, you know? And I feel like that's a good thing. I'm still waiting on my husband to find his friends. I'm just kidding.
I have friends.
1-800 find right so
here's the deal with my friends. My best friend is in Missouri. hundreds of miles away.
Yeah.
I have community here. The problem is that I have a lot of pastor friends.
Is that the problem?
It's not a problem, but you know how like pastoring is it gets busy. You know what I mean? And so in those times when you know what I'm saying, when we're connecting, it's like we start a group message and we're doing all of the different things. Ministry is taxing, and so you've got to have at least 2 or 3 that you can absolutely be like, all right, I gotta go to X, Y, and Z, and then dadding and working and all the other things that come with it.
But the other thing is, men are not as good with like, hey, let's go sit down and talk.
Not always.
Let me not say not as good, but women, we can be like, hey, we're going out to eat 2 weeks from now on Friday at 7 p.m. Make room.
But I think there's a cultural thing. So I think that culturally, that was my phone. That was my phone on the seat. See, he trying to play.
Go ahead.
You know, if it was me, you'd be a rumble in the jungle. I scared the baby if it was me.
Boy, come on.
But I think there's a cultural thing because there are so many communities you look at throughout the world, and communities where we were talking about this earlier, blue zones where some of the men live to be hundreds of years old, not hundreds, but 100+ years old.
What do you mean?
And one of the things that they do is get together all the time. I think there are definitely communities where it's I don't even want to say acceptable, where it's just a part of what they do is they know that I need to get around some other guys. But I think that the way that we live, the way that life is moving, the way that work and everything is in our culture is not as conducive. And so we have to battle a lot of those things and fight that. And that's one of the things that I'm doing as well is fighting back against this loner, I've got to go out and lead the pride type of mentality.
Yeah, you fight
What
that.
most people don't realize is about Lions is that a lot of times it's not just one male.
Yeah.
A lot of times there's 2, 3, 4 males in the pride. And so we all need community. Even if we're leading our family, we still got to have somebody to be around.
Yeah. And I think like my mentor in college, he's my mentor now, he's my coach then. We always like emphasize the coaches will get together outside of work. They would get together on a Tuesday. Hey, we're coming over for dinner. Hey, we're going to the movies. Hey, we're going to da-da-da-da-da. Because we need our own group. And I think that taught me, like, yes, you have things, you have things that are going on in life, goes. But also, like, make space for your...
And that's a wrap, folks.
Make space for your mental capacity. And so with that...
You was worried about me.
I wonder if you can hear that. It's insane. But anyways, find community. Find somebody that you feel like you can tap into and they can...
Just ask God to lead you to community.
Ask God to help you
And
in that need.
And don't push back when the community comes. Like sometimes we're like, God, I need community. Then you enjoy being by yourself. And so the community comes and you're like, dang, they want to get together again.
It was cool the first time. I don't want to go again.
Yeah.
No, actually go. Just
but
go.
Pray that God will lead you to the right people and that you will be receptive of the people that he brings into your life.
How about you pray? Go.
Dear God, lead us into community, godly community, the people that you would have us to connect with and grow with, and help us to accept the people that you have in our life, whether it be for a season or for a lifetime. God, we trust that you will bring us exactly who we need for our spiritual growth and development, and we'll draw us near to you. Amen.
Amen. All right, y'all. We've got a diaper to change.
That's a lot of spit up.
See y'all later.